Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? If you're new here, please do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell, that way you know whenever I post a video. So we are talking about Real Housewives episode 7 season 15, entitled Keeping It Gucci. Labeled that because they have a Gucci party, I think, where everybody needs to wear Gucci. I think it was Shereé who arranged for the party. So really quickly, checking my notes, we'll do a quick recap, and then I'll just tell you kind of my thoughts. We've met back, we've talked about the season before. You know pretty much my thoughts on all the dynamics with this group of women. I think that Kandi is a good girl, showing a mask of a bad girl, but she needs to just open her heart up. I think that Marlo is sometimes a little bit too emotional, and maybe she needs to put the heart back up the sleeve a little bit. It's like her and Kandi need to switch a little bit. I think that Drew is awesome, and a lot of people don't give Drew the time of day that she truly deserves. I also think the other women, as being, I think, a little bit older than Drew, don't really take her under their wings as much as they should. I think sometimes it seems like they're really trying to break down at her. And I think Drew might be falling through sort of that very easy trap of kind of brown nosing the more OG people. I think that Shereé is bossing it. Like, when Shereé was on Real Housewives way long ago, I really thought she was, like, really mean. I just thought she was so mean. Do you guys remember that episode where, like, she wouldn't let Nene Leakes into her party? That just, like, broke my heart forever, because I guess I love Nene Leakes so much. And so that always left a bad taste in my mouth. But seeing Shereé and how she has, like, come into her own, she's become independent of Bob, you know, she's blooming as a mother, as a young grandmother. She's so proud of Cairo with his little baby and all that stuff. She's trying to get She by Shereé kicked up. She finally got Chateau Shereé built. I just feel like this is a renaissance for her, and I really like the way that Shereé often takes Marlo under her wing, because I feel like seeing all the drama between Kandi and Marlo, it kind of breaks my heart anyway. I feel like Kandi does the same thing as an OG. She does, I think, take that effort to sort of take some of the newer, I won't say younger, but newer housewives under her wings. But I think that Kandi can be so compartmentalized, where she doesn't want to mix up business and professional and personal. Sometimes it comes off as very stoic. And Shereé and Kandi, as I said in the last video we talked about, I just noticed that they really don't interact that much. So I don't know if there's like a power play there. I don't know if there's some slow burning beef, or if it's just more like, yo, I'm on this side of the spectrum, you stay on that side of the spectrum, and we'll be Gucci. Sanya, I do actually really like the dynamic with, I always forget to kind of talk about Sanya, but I actually do really like the dynamic between Sanya and her family and her husband. They've got this Jamaican culture that they add to it. I really like sort of the culture, I won't say clash, but the culture mixture of like her black American husband and her like black Jamaican family. Because you know, as someone who's traveled, it's like, it's a cultural thing. Even like knowing a lot of black African people in France, where I live, versus in the US where I'm from, knowing African Americans, you would think that the cultures are so similar, but they're not. And so watching Sanya go through this thing where her family is just like her support system, and her husband's kind of just like, hey, I just want my house back. I feel like that right there sort of points out this like cultural difference that I love. And I love that Sanya, she does a good part of sort of mediating between those two parts of her culture to work it all out. I definitely like the friendship forming between Sanya and Shereé here. Yeah, I think it's developing. Again, the all the beef between Kandi and Marlo, I don't love. I really, like I said, I really wish those two could just kind of swap their temperaments a little bit. I wish that Marlo could wear her heart on her sleeve less, and I wish that Kandi could wear her heart on her sleeve more. Kandi, more hair there. I think that Kenya trying to have another baby with the embryos that she made with Mark, I do have to just get this off of my heart, you know. I don't feel like Kenya should have babies with the sperm of this man who treated her so badly. I think that she should hold out, you know, if she needs to, she should freeze her eggs now and hold out for love with someone who really, really loves her with the depth that she deserves, and someone who's going to encourage her to resolve her childhood wounds. I said it, there, it's out in the open, and I'm done with it. I thought it was hilarious what Marlo said about everybody in Gucci. She was like, Drew looks like a Gucci hardware man, you know. She was talking about Kenya, looked like she was, what did she say, storefront Gucci or something like that. Like, she just basically went through every woman and was like, hot mess, hot mess, hot mess. But of course Marlo didn't say anything about herself, whatever. But I think they all look pretty cute, you know. Shereé tried to be the mediator here. But this is back to where I'm talking about I'm so proud of Shereé, because remember where she came from. Like, in the beginning, Shereé was always so ready to pop off. We all remember Who Gonna Check Me, boo. And now she's here hosting a Gucci party, trying to, you know, have everybody be good. And at the end, of course, there's fights. But she's like, hey, I got 4 out of 7 women in accord, so I'm happy. Yeah, by the end of this party, I think Marlo and Kenya go at it again. And I think that Marlo and Kandi go at it again. And Marlo ends up leaving. And, you know, that's basically where the episode ends. Oh, yeah, so what the episode ends actually is where Marlo is in a limousine headed to her blind date. That's the other thing. Atlanta always just like driving everything up 3 notches than it really needs to be. She's taking a limousine to her blind. It's like, girl, just hop in your freaking car and go to this doggone blind date. But anyway, and she's talking to Drew on the phone on the way there, and it's almost like her and Drew are about to make up, and then Marlo hangs up on Drew. I'm like, guys, please stop. Like, these women I think are a little bit older than Drew. They're a little bit more mature. They've been on the show for some time. Like, embrace her. Don't break women down, build them up. Like, how hard is that? But anyway, by the end of this episode, long story short, essentially what I concluded with is just, I want to see more of women building each other up. I want to see more support, this woman-to-woman support, this sisterhood, this womanhood. I think they're getting caught up in a whole bunch of silly stuff. And you know people are getting caught up in a whole bunch of unnecessary drama when Shereé Whitfield has to be the one to tell you, look, let me help y'all out. You're popping off too much. Like, when Shereé Whitfield has to be the one to tell you that something's up. Yeah, and Marlo, I think that she was right to walk away, you know. Because sometimes people in the room, they don't got your highest good in heart. And so all you got to do is walk away before, you know, you really show them what they want to see. They want to see you freak out. And it's so funny because all this time where they keep telling Marlo about her past, how she's violent and all this stuff, she's never really bucked up on someone like Kandi has, you know? Like, she hasn't. So, where is that coming from? Even Shereé is not bucking up so much now. So, I really want to see that sisterhood. You know, I think that Atlanta is probably one of the most popular ones, is because there is always so much drama, but you don't have to do that all the time. You can sometimes just come from a place of love and sisterhood. But hey, that is just me. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. We'll be back for episode 8 and the rest of the season. So just check back. I love you guys. See you in the next video.